Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Willie Wood from the Juice Radio Show. We got the van right here. We finna go to Atlanta. We finna visit Radio 1, Tyler Perry Studios. We finna do a lot and we finna get active, so stay tuned.
This past October, the Juice Radio Show took a 3-day trip to Atlanta, Georgia, where we were educated in many various fields, ranging between hip-hop, history, real estate, journalism, and broadcasting. Here are a few takeaways from our trip.
The biggest takeaway of this trip was just being able to connect more deeper with, one, like the Juice members, and also learning more about who I am.
Just hearing all these different speakers speak and how knowledgeable and quick-witted they are, it made me want to hop on my game more and improve as a person and increase the amount of which I'm learning and soaking up knowledge.
Before we came, we scheduled some very interesting tours. One of our first stops was the CNN tour. Here is a little bit of what we learned.
The most interesting thing I remember about the CNN tour was, it was called Bert's Place, which was like back in the day, like a nightclub or whatever. But they had almost 500 cameras in that one room to get every single location.
The most interesting thing about the CNN tour, I love the inner workings of it. I especially love the newsroom and how they interact with each other.
The Radio 1 tour was unforgettable, so I had to ask, what was so special about this visit?
I can definitely use the information I learned from Bree, just because seeing her confidence level.
Bree at the Radio 1 radio show.
The way like she spoke to everybody, that was inspirational for me, and I can definitely use that with the Juice Radio Show.
Bree Singleton, she's at least like within a similar realm that I'm trying to get into, and just listening to her speak, she was very intelligent, and her being close to our age and stuff like that, that was really inspirational to me.
Bree, because like she basically told me if I want something, then I can get it. I just gotta work for it.
Our next stop was Jay Morrison's own Tulsa Real Estate Fund's Black House, with a guided tour from the incomparable Eugene Bush.
The Tulsa Real Estate Fund. We first pulled up, it was just like a big black building. And I was just like, what are we doing here?
That was good. I like what he had to say. I like how interesting he was and how transparent he was.
Then he started to explain what every single room in the building was. And he said it was like 30K square feet, like 5K each floor. And he explained like every single room.
I think he was very informational on the ideas Mr. Jay Morrison is trying to present to the city of Atlanta using the Tulsa Real Estate Fund.
The hip hop tours of Atlanta was an unexpected switch in atmosphere. So we had to ask the team, what was so special about this experience?
It was kind of like you got to experience living in Atlanta. Like, you know, when you travel to places, you don't really get to experience the place. You just there. So the tour kind of made me feel like, you know, if I lived in Atlanta, I know where I'd be.
He was combining not only music and hip hop, but he was also combining history, and those are both my favorite subjects. So the whole time, that was what stuck out to me the most.
I was getting educated, and then I was getting street education.
The Tyler Perry Studios was epic. It was amazing because that's what I want to go into. I love TV and stuff. It was epic. That was my favorite part.
Tyler Perry Studios, to me, that was really like one of my favorite stops because like I could see myself in Tyler Perry's one day.
He's like the only person in the world that fully owns his own studio, like no investors, no nothing. He had his name like in big letters.
The most important thing to me was the skate land, because not everybody like will have a chance to go there. But at the same time, it's like that's where ATL skate land was at.
I learned a whole bunch, and I can take that home and apply it to my everyday life.
Experienced everything. That's when I was just like, okay, yeah, I gotta put my foot on the gas, and I gotta, I'm gonna really get to it once I really get back there.
One, you can get involved by just checking out the Juice Radio Show. You can check us out online. You can go to blogtalkradio.com/WFunk. We have our radio show from 6 to 8 p.m. and you can listen there. You can also check out us on Instagram at the Juice Radio Show Tulsa. And funding is always welcome and accepted, and you can give towards Eaton Media Services on Cash App and dropping off cash, or however you would like to give, or just many various ways to give on PayPal. And that's how you can help to continue to support us. Tulsa, we wanted to thank you for helping the Juice Radio Show to discover Atlanta journalism and broadcasting and all the above. We appreciate you. So thank you, and visit us at www.blogtalkradio.com/WFunk. And join us on all social media platforms at the Juice Radio Show Tulsa. Thank you.